Krista, a quick question for you. I don't even know if you have an opinion on it, but there were some prior bad act evidence that was supposed to be brought in against Derek Chauvin regarding some issues with some prior arrests that we never heard about. You have any sense of why they wouldn't have presented it? They were allowed to.
You know, I hadn't thought about that, but you're right. There was, I think, 3 instances of prior arrests where the court said that they could bring these in. And I have no idea from a strategy point of view. I'm imagining that they don't want to come across as, the ones that are doing exactly what they're complaining of. That I think you can now take a position in your closing argument and say, look, we're not trying to assassinate anyone's character here. We're talking about the facts of this case and this case only. So maybe then, that's why they chose to do it. I'm sure that there was a conversation about it and some strategy behind it, but I hadn't thought about that in a while.
Yeah, I think they probably decided that the strength of their case was in their experts, and I think they'd be right to consider it that way. Let's go to Stephen Wallace now. He says, I don't think they are trying to put his character on trial. It's just a byproduct of trying to establish the drug use contributing to his death. And Krista, I happen to agree. It's the defense that they've chosen. It's the one that's been presented to them. It's a plausible defense. And in order to do that, you have to talk about George Floyd's drug use.
You do. I think that you risk going too far with this particular defense and offending people. But I think that the prosecution also did a really good job of getting ahead of it, particularly with their first Spark of Life witness, the girlfriend of George Floyd, where she talked honestly about both of their struggle with pain and addiction. And it was just so real and raw.
Yeah, I think she really brought to life that issue of the drug addiction and how it's a story that we've heard over and over with this opioid crisis. I thought that was extremely effective testimony.